Easy peasy.
Oh, what are the things I can't say anymore?
Hootie who?
Hootie
You're not allowed to say hootie hoo anymore. There's like 5 episodes
is that the only
where
one?
her response to
It's the
me
only one
introing her is hootie hoo.
It's the only one I remember.
Okay.
Yeah.
I gotta come up with other ones though. What else have I said? Oh no.
What's up, nerds? Welcome to Legends Rerolled, a TTRPG podcast where we roleplay through classic stories. For our second season, we are reimagining Lewis Carroll's Alice's Adventures in Wonderland and Through the Looking Glass. I am your DM, Celine Trella, and with me we have Ted Sikora playing Korvis.
Hootie hoo.
Brilliant. Monica Galarza as Stevie Harrington.
Not hootie hoo.
The one and only Shonifer Dougherty playing Quip, Buttfore.
Last weekend, I saw people doing crack for the first time.
And last but not least, Jake DiBlasi playing Malcolm Glass.
Whatty what?
Howdy how.
Whitey why?
You know what? We're going to start strong. You
Where
can
do
have a
you
muchness for that. That was good. That was fun. That's
Thank
a die.
Wow.
There you
In
go.
the intro, never
In
happened.
the intro, you get one. We're not even in the game, but I like wordplay. So here we go.
Yeah.
All right. Last time, Quip felt like the prettiest girl at the ball, having received yet another offer, this time from the Queen of Clubs, to join her deck. The Misfits attended the auction where, with the help of the Mad Hatter, they gained a few more recruits for their deck. Our party then headed to bed where Mal had some very unpleasant dreams featuring a golden-eyed mystery lady who was quite mean. Like, to the core.
Yeah.
Boo.
Boo!
It stung. It hurt.
Queen of filth, queen of slime. All right.
You're gonna stop before putrescence?
Putrescence.
Okay, sorry.
Husband, comport thyself. All right. We are picking it right back up with all of you waking up in your quarters the next morning. You all, meet up into the common area as you rub the sleep from your eyes, do big stretches.
I clean my ears.
Nice, beautiful.
I put my shirt back on.
What luxury.
I know.
To take it off.
And then put it
And
back
then put
on.
it back on?
Oh.
My God.
All
Quip
in
and
the night.
Crack are doing those couples yogas.
Oh my God, love it.
That is how we start our day.
Yes.
So you see him holding me up while I'm balancing in tree pose. It's beautiful.
Nice.
So
Nice.
wide.
Corvus is there.
I'm also there.
His eyes just go from open to open but awake.
Yeah, exactly.
Visually, there is no change.
Correct.
As you guys go about your morning, in your room, there is a little spread of some fruit and some pastries, some just basic grab and, nom morning foods, as well as a fresh pot of coffee and some tea.
Oh,
Nice.
There is also a very fancy written memo next to the food and stuff that tells you that the day's scheduled activities will begin with a formal brunch in the gardens and to arrive promptly when the flamingos fly counter to the sun, tracing a rainbow through an ivory sky.
Obviously.
Sorry, one more time?
It begins promptly when the flamingos fly counter to the sun, tracing a rainbow through the ivory sky. Crack will look at it and read it and be like, oh, so 11.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, around 11.
Cool.
Yeah.
What time is it now, Crack?
It is 8:00 a.m. We wake up promptly at 8:00 a.m. So,
Was I talking to Celine or Crack?
I don't know.
Because it sounded like
Oh,
Celine.
fuck, I forgot I was Crack.
Yeah, I asked for Crack. You gotta
Take it
be
again,
bold
take it
about
again,
that.
take it
Start
again.
it over.
I'm sorry, I forgot I have to be NPCs.
Crack.
Quip!
Yeah, what time is it?
Oh, it's 8.
Dope. So we got 3 hours to get to brunch.
Yeah. I mean, actually, it's probably more 9 now because we were doing yoga. We woke up at 8, so.
Oh, okay, yeah, probably.
Yeah. But we got a couple hours to chill.
Dope.
Make sure we know what's going on for the day.
Dope. So,
Anybody who needs disguising or hiding, we got
Yeah.
time for that.
awesome.
Yeah. What's
this
up?
is the plan.
Okay.
No plan.
Whoa.
Whoa.
Isn't that the best way to become the wild card?
It's the most wild card move
Right?
I could have had.
No.
No?
No, we need a plan.
Wait, are you sure I can't come and play today?
Well,
Yeah.
you
I
have-
think I could be really helpful.
No.
No.
Oh.
Hey, we agree.
Yeah, absolutely.
That was great.
No, you have to get in the map case.
No, not yet.
Yeah, well,
No.
Before we leave the room, you have to be in the map.
You and I are. I was
I
actually.
better start limbering up. Quip, you want to do some of that partner yoga?
Rudy, maybe a little later. I need to talk to literally everyone right now.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Because the no plan thing, that was my first move. It got shut down by the queen. So I'm going to throw out a second suggestion.
Okay, I'll just be in the corner.
Thanks. Second suggestion. You guys go down to brunch. Crack.
Yeah.
You're going to be me.
Oh, okay.
All right. So this is what I was thinking.
I'm Quip. I'm Crack. Wait, no. I'm Quip. You're Quip. You're Crack.
Here's... we're both going to be Quip. And
No one's Crack.
No one's Crack. Not today.
Except for cocaine.
Sometimes. But you got to... There's baking powder involved. It's a whole thing. So...
I see.
You're going to be me. And remember, when you say I'm Quip, there has to be almost like you're not sure at the end. No, at the end.
Quip?
I'm Quip.
I'm Quip.
There it is.
That's better, yeah, for sure.
Okay,
For sure.
Okay.
So I want you guys to hang out at brunch to establish that sometimes we hang out at brunch,
Cool.
right?
Cool.
Okay.
After brunch,
Yeah.
I want you guys to split up for a little bit. So it's not weird when we split up. See what I'm saying? So I'm setting up expectations for the heist part. So you guys are going to do all that. While you guys are doing all that, look for Nigel and Fishy, figure out what games they're in so we can enter and lose. Or beat them. So we
Wait,
beat them.
yes, they can lose.
They can lose. Nigel and Fishy, join on my deck. And then once we figure out like where the courts are going to be, then we can figure out which order we're taking these magic items in. I have an idea for each one. So I figure once we know that it's a good time to try, then we go try.
And your original idea was no plan.
Yeah, those are the two plans. Either
Okay.
no plan
Or
or
this
those
plan.
that four very clear and logical step plan I had.
All right, let's go back to no plan.
Okay, love it. Me and Rudy are going to hang out here.
Nigel will jump in and be like,
Oh, shit, you're here.
Oh, great.
yeah, hi.
Hi.
Skip
What?
to step 3 of our plan.
Number...
Oh.
Yeah, what event were you going to join so we could
Oh,
beat
yeah. Because I was hanging out here last night.
Yeah, it's safer.
It seemed safer just
Yeah.
to stay here. Yeah.
you? Yeah.
And Craig was like, yeah, me and him cuddled.
Yeah, I didn't... It's literally... It feels like we went to bed like 2.5 months ago.
Oh, jeez.
So a lot got lost
What
by the
year
time
is it?
we woke up.
What is time?
Right?
Stevie's just been chewing on a grape this whole time, entirely distracted by that grape, and has no idea what's going on now.
Lovely.
It's a good grape.
It was a really good grape.
So,
I also wanted to quickly catch
Yeah.
Crack up on everything that happened yesterday.
okay.
So there are littler chance for an awkward interaction where he doesn't know where someone's talking about.
Okay, cool.
Specifically, I want to tell him to stick next to Stevie. When everyone breaks up, Stevie stay with Crack, Crack stay with Stevie in
Okay.
case those brood can try something. You'll have protection.
Okay.
Appreciate
If one of
that.
the queens tries to be like, have you thought about our offers?
Wow.
Then,
He's great.
That was a great
He's,
impression.
he's the impressionist of the two.
dope.
Yeah, I remember I said Craig was really good. He was
Yeah.
teaching me when I did my boo. You know?
That was
Yeah.
good too, Rudy.
Thank you.
No problem. So yeah, I was gonna hang out here with Rudy, try and talk to Susan, and I want to try and see if me and Rudy can put our head together and try and make some adjustments to the map case so it can be opened from the inside.
ooh, fun.
Yeah.
But anyway, so if a queen tries to be like, are you going to join us? What do I say?
First off, be obnoxiously polite.
Okay.
Everything that comes into your head
Yeah.
that you want to say,
Yeah.
say the exact opposite. That's what I've been doing.
Okay.
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 So when you want to say, like, y'all go fuck off, you say how great it is to see you.
Gotcha.
And
gotcha,
when they
gotcha,
say,
gotcha.
like,
Don't show my
what
simmering
are you
range.
doing?
Got it.
Yes.
Got it.
Act stupider than you are, because that's what they expect of us. And if you lean into what they expect of us, they won't question it.
Okay. I can do that.
Also,
Oh, so wait, I'm just putting it off being like, I haven't decided yet.
yeah, just say like, I've gotten I've gotten several very kind offers, and I wanted to focus today on spending time with my friends.
And,
Yeah, you
and
could also
preparing for the
say-
games.
You could be like, I'm
Don't tell
waiting
them
to
that.
see
You don't wanna say that?
what happens
Oh.
at the, during the fight portion of the games, right? You've got 4 offers. Maybe put yourself up as like a prize to the winner.
That's a great idea,
Because
too.
by that time we'll have our deck finished, so you will be a prize to the winner, but it'll be us.
Oh, okay. That's beautiful.
Yeah. So you're not lying.
I'm a prize.
You're telling the truth. So hopefully no deception checks.
Okay, cool. And Nigel will be like, so
Yeah?
yeah, the way this day kind of works is there's probably going to be some games that are like group games where you have the option to team up together, and then other events will kind of be like a one at a time kind of thing. So there will be opportunities to kind of like pull people off, and there's so many people here that if one of you dips, I don't think it should be too noticeable as long as it's not like a thing.
Yeah, that's why I want us to all go to breakfast together and then you guys to go separately to do games. So when I pull you for heist stuff that you've already, like we've already established that sometimes you see this group together, sometimes they fuck off on their own.
Yeah. And Nigel's like, my plan is,
Yeah, don't you have a shift or something?
well, yeah, I was gonna, wander about the castle, look like I'm being busy, but I wanted to go and talk to some of the other hearts that wanted to get out that Sven was working with, and see if we can kind of like scurry our way into some of the events today and like be like a sabotage brigade
Love that.
a little bit.
Okay.
I also wanted to find out more about the circumstances around Sven, if I could. So I was
sure.
like, I wasn't gonna make it obvious. I was just gonna see if I overheard anything about like where he was when he got caught, what he was doing. See if there's anything there that can kind of help you, Quip, in your mission.
Nigel, I appreciate that, but just keep yourself safe. That's primary.
It could be one of the people Sven was trying to help betrayed him, too. So just put that, in your little memory bank there, and don't trust any of them.
Okay. All right. So don't do that.
I mean, I would wait until we'll be able to affect big scale change in 2 days. It might be better to do that
Later.
later.
Okay. You see him like kind of like
I don't
about
like
it, like
I don't like it
he-
either.
Yeah.
We're so close to this being done and fruition, and then that'll. I mean, at that point, the whole card organization is the house of cards will fall, and then we can rebuild it the way we want.
I can get it.
All right.
That's okay. It's not a
And Crack just like
Yeah.
puts a hand on him. He's like, "It's okay, buddy. We will avenge him."
You guys enjoy brunch after we just had breakfast? Me and Rudy will wait here. I know you don't see, like, Susan isn't one who is seen, but, like, if you get Susan vibes, tell her I'm here. I'm going to try and put out Susan vibes so she shows up.
okay.
And once more, our party splits.
Ooh.
After this arc, it probably won't happen again, Ted.
Nah.
Ted, I can't hear you shake your head. I need you to talk.
No, it's fine.
Okay, thank you.
So, Stevie, Korvis, and Mal and Crack
Yes.
head down to the garden, and you guys, exit the castle, and you end up in a beautiful, like, Thatch Estate gardens, but, like, bigger.
But like Wonderland.
But like Wonderland and more expansive. Bunch of different types of flora about. You see some plants that look almost like they're like moving and like alive as you're here. As you pass by, like bluebells, they like tinkle and there's like little sounds and everything. There's just like an air of whimsy everywhere. A couple of flowers are like snapping at flies and like you see them like.
Don't trust these plants.
Everyone here, there's a bunch of like little tables and chairs kind of set up around. There's a more formal like head table where you see the Queen of Hearts and her court are seated. No one is fully sitting down yet. Everyone's kind of walking around, mingling. You'll notice some lower hearts, like twos, wandering around with drinks. There's a whole array of things. Bloody Marys, mimosas, bellinis, sparkly, fruity, magical-looking beverages.
Oh, man.
Coffee, tea, all the things you would expect at a royal brunch.
Ah.
After a bit, like just when you guys get there, you see a flock of flamingos fly, going eastward.
To the sun. In rainbow.
Yeah,
by
there's also a
Radiohead
rainbow. They're
plays.
trailing a rainbow across
What
the
about
sky.
the sky? What color would you say?
I would call it ivory.
Okay,
There's a
that's
good amount of cloud cover
that's
right
important.
now.
Are you sure it's not pearlescent?
No,
okay.
I would say ivory. And then
Ivory.
as the flamingos fly across the rainbow arch, they it's almost like they're sweeping away clouds to create a beautiful day.
That's nice.
It's so convenient.
And at that point, there's a little fanfare. And everybody starts moving to take their seats. And the Queen of Hearts stands up and...
Good morning, everyone. I hope you are well rested for the day's activities. After brunch, we shall retire to the lawn for a nice, easy game of croquet, which will then roll into capture the flags. A casual luncheon will be available in the pavilion throughout the afternoon. After capture the flags, we shall conclude with the highly anticipated round of pin the tail on the donkey.
Sucks to be the donkey.
Well, enjoy yourselves and play well.
Everybody sits down, and she does a little clap. And all of the flowers, this ethereal kind of music starts to fill the air that seems to be coming from the plants themselves. And a brigade of 2s and 3s of hearts come out and put down a covered plate at each person's place. Before what is each of yours ideal brunch food?
We talking people? We talking characters?
Characters.
Oh.
What is your character?
Fruit salad.
Okay.
Okay. I'm gonna go with crepes.
Crepes.
Yeah,
nice.
both savory and sweet.
Ooh.
Interesting. I don't know what Korvis
Bread
is.
and water.
No, I think it's just
Maggots and hollandaise
I was
sauce.
gonna say it's something probably weird, but since we're
Rock
in a
candy sprinkled on top.
yeah, just make it like a big old just a ball of bacon, and inside the bacon is just like a raw egg, and then you could put rock candy or something weird over top of it.
Love that.
Or just in
Pop
a bowl of mimosa, all that's in the
Nice.
center of just a big bowl of mimosa.
Love it.
I push my plate away. I'm not hungry anymore.
Yeah, and as the covers get lifted up, you see the most decadent, beautiful array of your favorite food. Cracks is a Dutch baby.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah, it is.
Also on the tables, you see kind of more generic kind of food. So there's pastries, there's other assortments of fruits, there's some eggs, just generic. Everyone make a perception check.
I know that Quip wasn't in that scene, but if he could have been, his ideal brunch would have been the one that Celine made me for my birthday, which is
Oh, it was real good.
brioche French toast with maple butter and a
Maple pecan
cheesecake filling.
Wow.
Can I cast guidance on myself?
Yeah.
Good, and I cast it on myself too.
Because I rolled a 2.
Oh, I gotta roll for crack.
27.
16.
19.
I'm gonna say that Korvis lifts up this bowl full of mimosa, weird bacon egg thing, and just drinks it. But as it comes, it'll slide in the mimosa to it, and it'll just kind of chew and drink at the same time.
Amazing.
And the
Why is
egg
it so
breaks in the
loud?
middle. Oh yeah.
Okay.
It's like ramen, but terrible.
Oh yeah.
I also like to picture that your barbels are catching and
Yeah, they're
reinserting all the
moving.
bits.
Yeah, as it
into
starts
your
to
mouth.
slip out because
All
it's a bowl.
Stevie
It's not
stops
convenient for this.
mid-bite while this is happening and just stares at Korvis.
Well, remember, he's always staring at you the whole time. The eyes are just there, so you don't know who he's looking at.
All right. So all of you will notice that any of the pikes in attendance are avoiding the pastries.
Is it crepe pastry? I don't eat it.
You already said you weren't eating it anyway.
I did. I pushed it away. And then you described your food, but then I smelled it, and I was like, maybe, but then I decided
Nice.
not to.
Um,
It was a vivid inner world.
You're all there having a good time, eating, talking. Sean,
Yes?
make a d20 roll. Don't get a 1.
I did not get a 1.
Okay. You guys, after a little bit, will also see the other courts have their own kind of tables. So diamonds are here, clubs are here, pikes are here, but you don't see the queen. She is not present. And each of them have like a contingent of cards that are with them. Everybody else here are mainly like the aristocracy that you guys saw at the welcome party.
Nice. Okay, so I'm going to do my brain sending over to Korvis, and I'm going to say, hey, can you let the Mad Hatter and the Dormouse and anybody else on our team know not to eat the pastries?
Oh, yeah. I will establish mental links with all of them.
Okay.
And then very quickly, just in midst of...
And you see Dormouse like mid-bite of a cheese Danish, and it's just like, oh dear. And puts it down and just kind of like looks around like, who said that? Oh dear. And then Alice, who was at the table with the Dormouse, will be like kind of you see her kind of lean over and like explain the situation.
Good.
You guys, after a bit, will see Timothy enter the space, and he has a contingent of 8 cards behind him that are carrying like a tiny, what's it called?
Vuvuzela.
No, the thing where you carry people.
Palanquin?
Palanquin, yes. You see him with a little palanquin, and he walks up to the queen's table, the Queen of Hearts specifically.
Yep.
Sorry. And he gives a little bow, and you can't hear what he's saying, but you see him like gesturing towards the queen and then presenting the palanquin, which he takes down and reveals the cover. And you guys see a glass box with the most succulent spanakopita
Ooh.
that you could have ever seen. Like perfect golden, melty, delicious. And he unlocks the box, opens it, takes out the plate, and presents it to the queen. And she starts to go towards it, and you see Lenny, the Ace of Hearts, put a hand on her shoulder and is like, I don't know. And she kind of like restrains herself and takes it and places it down on the table, and like kind of like you see her like kind of dismiss Timothy and the other pikes, and they bow and kind of back up and go away.
How far away is she?
From where you guys are, I'm gonna say 60 feet away.
What a auspicious number.
Unfortunately. Hang on. Let me see something. Check on the thing. Okay. Just remind me, guys, because I know we're dealing with a lot of different queens. We're good with the Queen of Hearts. We like the Queen of Hearts. We don't like the Queen of Hearts.
She's the one who executed Sven.
Yeah.
Yes. Okay. Cool.
Yeah, the Queen of Hearts is a psychopath with a lot of power.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
To the Queen of
The
Hearts.
other
the
queens
worst of the
seem
queens.
like unpleasant, but not as like nefarious. You know that they have all been working together to keep the wild card a secret. So I wouldn't say you like fully trust them or like them. Yeah.
Okay. Well, she happens to be 60 feet away, which is within a range of double of 30 feet. Which
Okay.
is exactly the amount of using a distance spell.
Okay.
And because of the fact that it is one of the spells that is on aberrant mind-related things, I can use sorcery points to make it all mental, so there's no indication of me casting said spell.
Nice.
And I would like to tack on. We're just burning through points here. Oh, it's a long rest, right? We
Yeah,
just
yeah,
got
you
long.
just
Yeah, all
finished
right,
the
hang
long
on.
rest.
Let's start
Refresh.
there. That changes things. So I'm going to use sorcery points to cast it so that it's completely subtle. And I would
Okay.
like to use a sorcery point to distance spell, and then also a sorcery point to... What is the spell?
Empowered spell or?
Not empowered. I think it's heightened spell. Is that the one?
Yeah.
I think so.
To
Yeah,
impose
yeah.
disadvantage.
So she has
Okay.
disadvantage on the save for suggestion to
Ooh.
eat that spanakopita.
Yes!
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 I love
That's
it.
fun. on!
So I'm going to try.
You've done everything you can.
Yeah.
There's nothing more that
Okay.
can be done.
So she has disadvantage on a wisdom.
Wisdom save DC 16.
Okay.
She already wants to eat it.
Yeah.
So I'm like,
Just eat it.
I just
You said DC 16?
DC, let me just
What is
confirm. I think it's 16.
Okay.
It is 16, yes.
Okay. She's gonna get a 17.
Hang on. No, I can't do anything beyond that, I don't think. Let me just check. I don't think there's anything else I have that can lower than that. Wait, no. I swapped out one of the spells because we're in 2014. I could do that.
Right.
To have Silvery Barbs be a psionic spell, which means I can cast it with a sorcery point, so I can, in fact, Silvery Barbs that without her knowing that I did it.
Okay.
So I'm going to do that.
That she will only get a 15.
Then she failed.
All right, so you see her after she set it aside and the pikes have left. You see her just kind of like eyes keep like glancing towards it, and then like towards Lenny, and like in like a perfect moment when he's talking to someone else, she just and eats it up, gives a little burp, kind of pats her mouth, and she's like, and after about like 5 minutes, you see her just slowly start to rise,
Like out of her chair or
like
float?
out of her chair, like floating. out.
Okay.
Like Aunt, what's her name from
Aunt
Harry
Marge,
Potter?
yeah.
Just starts going up, and like all of the hearts, everybody after like it's not really noticeable at first, but then when she gets like 3 feet in the air above the table, everybody's like, oh dear, oh heavens, the queen,
Oh no, the queen.
whatever, and like people trying to grab her and like keep her down, and she's like, oh dear, oh no, oh dear, oh no, no, everyone close your ears, now.
I'm going to give...
Close my ears.
because I don't know what it will do, but I do have to give somebody advantage from said Silvery
Oh,
Barbs.
yes.
I'm going to give it to Alice.
Oh,
Nice.
nice.
I don't know what it'll be for, but I'm going to give her...
got advantage.
Next roll,
Yeah.
she's got an advantage.
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
I'm gonna say Stevie tries to cover her ears, but they're so big that she kind of can't help.
Just got to tie them together.
She's not fast enough. She wasn't paying attention and didn't realize she had to do it quickly.
I get under my chair.
And the queen releases the most thunderous of toots. And just kind of like balloons a little bit, like. And sits down. You all blocked your ears, so you're good on that front. However, I need all of you to make a Constitution saving throw.
It's probably not against the spell, huh?
No, it's not against the spell.
It's not about frightened, is it?
No.
It could be frightening. I don't
Turned
know.
out charmed.
Great, I have that. Is it charmed? Okay, because that could also be a thing
That's
that I get
hysterical,
advantage on.
That is a pristine 20.
So
25.
clean. Wow.
clean.
So
shimmering.
fresh and so clean.
17.
Okay.
14.
Okay, so you all, like, the sound wave passes over, and after, like, another minute or two, slowly, you just see the crowd's reactions as everybody like, oh my god, as the smell just permeates through the garden. And Stevie, you are going to take
Yep.
No.
2 points of yucky damage.
Stevie just goes like, huh?
Prestidigitation.
There you go.
Just subtly and regularly.
Beautiful. And you see all the pikes, people at the pikes table kind of like and like giggling. So that happens. After a while, everything kind of settles back down. And I need you guys all to make perception checks again.
Okay.
Okay. Is there a hearts 4 around?
Roll a percenta.
Oh. Well, sure.
Yeah, that's
I
fine.
rolled
Yeah.
a 4.
22.
Looking for a 4 on a percentile.
What?
Yeah.
That's insane.
There is a 4 of hearts near
Nice. I'm gonna lean over to him.
you. Yeah.
I'm gonna be like, unusual that the queen had that reaction after eating the Pike's pastry, and then I nod over to them laughing.
Ooh, and he looks over and kind of like narrows his eyes and is like, indeed. And he arises and kind of wanders around. You see him start like whispering to other people.
Nice, good.
Mal, roll for stirring up shit.
Oh, a natural 20.
Natural 20, stirring up shit.
Perfectly stirred.
But my perception's a 21.
Okay, and you said 22?
2, yeah.
13. Because I'm thrown off by that smell.
Yeah, so
love it.
Stevie's gagging.
So in
I
character.
keep forgetting Crack. Crack doesn't see anything. Mal,
Yeah.
as you're like leaning over to the floor and kind of taking in the space, you hear as a couple of heart guards kind of pass by you, you hear them be like, yo, do you know what happened to that? Like, how did that 7 get caught? Like, what happened? And the other one's like, listen, I don't know the details. I just know he was poking around somewhere where he shouldn't have been. And clearly he didn't know that the rooms were magically protected. So I don't know.
Ding, ding, ding.
And then they pass.
I send that to everybody else.
Motherfuck!
I send that to everybody else.
Then Korvis, as you're there, you also will hear a couple of the aristocracy kind of like chit-chatting and being like, did you hear? Someone defiled the portraits. Apparently the queen was not too pleased. I think they're trying to find the culprit now. Stevie, as you're sitting there, you'll notice your eye catches there. You hear a coming from the other side, and you see the 3 broodkin sitting at a table, kind of chit-chatting, and you catch their eye at one point. And like they have like still have like that like I'm gonna get ya, but they don't make any moves. But they're definitely like clocking you.
Stevie's gonna do a subtle little shiver that's not noticeable to anybody else, and I only have mental links to my 3 companions, right? So not to Crack.
Correct.
Okay. Is Crack next to me?
Yes.
He is next to me. Okay. Yeah. Stevie's gonna lean over to Crack and just kind of nod her head over at them, just to let him know and be aware that those are the guys.
So yeah, he like notices your little shiver, and you lean over, and he's like, "Oh no, you okay?" Oh. Crack stands up, flexes, puts a hand on Stevie's head, eyeball, like 2 fingers to his eyeballs, 2 fingers to the brood cane, thumb across the throat, and being like, mine.
And while
And then sits back down.
While he's doing
And
that,
just stares at them as he, like, unbreaking eye contact as he eats the rest of his Dutch baby.
while he's doing that, Stevie's gonna take one of her little daggers out and just put the point on the table and just start twirling it around and have like just a slight smile on.
Yeah! Atta girl. All right. Cool. So you guys are doing brunch. We're gonna jump back to Quip and Rudy in the room.
Yeah, I heard that just.
Yep.
It was just going gently.
Yeah, slowly.
Just a little squeaky fart.
Yeah.
That's how I do it, Your Majesty. Cool.
So, you guys chill in the room for a while. And after, yes.
Oh, first, could I try and manipulate this map case? That's what I want to do first.
Okay.
Yeah. So what I for the map case,
Yes.
there is a top, correct?
Correct.
Is there a fastenable? Like, does it buckle closed? Does it snap closed? Is there a way to fasten it closed?
I'll say it's a zipper.
It's a zipper.
Yeah.
That is the least helpful for what I want. Very, very well done, dear.
Cool. Didn't even try.
Okay. Jake?
Yes. So, what I've done in the past when we were hooligans in high school is we would take people's backpacks and flip them inside out and then zipper them closed inside out.
Yeah.
And the way to combat that is to take a zip tie and put it at the end of that and then sneak it through and into it so that you can unzip it from both sides.
Gotcha.
completely random and apropos of nothing, I thought I'd tell this story now.
Hell yeah. So, is there...
Using that common fucking sense.
Did we, is there some kind of, like, desk or something in our room?
I mean, there's like, think like a hotel accommodation. There's like the generic, like, table desk area.
Okay. Does it have, like, supplies in it?
What are you looking for specifically?
Paper clips.
Paper clips.
You could have just asked Stevie for a paperclip.
She's not here.
No, before she left.
Well, I didn't think of it before she left because it wasn't
Fair.
my turn.
Fair. Make an investigation check.
Mal guides me.
Oh, yeah, sure.
Ha! There you go.
3.
Now we learn.
We learn.
We learn.
13.
13. You don't find paper clips.
Do I find zip ties?
You do not. That would have been a 20. 20, you find zip ties.
Fair.
You find a ball of string.
Mm-hmm.
You find a ruler. You find some writing utensils. And a notepad
Okay.
in the desk.
Cool.
Those are the things you find.
First thing I do,
Yes.
pull out the notepad,
Yes.
and I use one of the pencils
Yes.
and do a side rubbing to see what was written on it before I got here, like I'm a detective.
Ooh.
And it's probably nothing important, but I wanted to
No,
do it.
it says, highly recommend, food was great. Service leaves a little something to be desired, but that's just attitudes.
Yeah, that checks out. Cool. So I don't know if I could turn the map case inside out. Is it hard leather?
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay. What I think I'm going to do, if I can.
Yeah.
Is there any adhesives here? Anything, needle and thread? Anything that I could use to attach something to another thing?
Okay.
We got there.
We have a solution.
Jake and I have this great conversation that we're having over here silently
just with
back
our
and
eyes.
forth.
Yep.
It's beautiful. Roll a D4, but wait a second. 1 second. Hold on.
1 Mississippi.
One
Do
Mississippi. Hold on. No!
Oh.
Fuck!
I'm just trying to do the best here. I'm just doing my best.
Actually, do you have a D3 by any chance?
You got a D6.
I got a D6. And I can
Oh,
divide
okay,
by
do
2.
that. Oh, yeah.
Celine,
Yeah?
make
2.
that face one more time.
What face?
The one you just made.
I don't know what face I made.
That's
You
a
were
good
like-
one. Just make that one.
Yeah.
I was actually thinking when we get cameras,
Like, I
this
don't-
podcast will be better because of Celine's face.
I'm like, I don't know what expressions go across my face. They just happen.
Yeah.
I don't control that shit.
We talk about it a lot.
You're emotive.
I am. Okay, what'd you get?
2.
Okay, you find a stapler.
Perfect. So I want to put a little slice in the side of the map case.
Okay.
And then I want to take some of the strap. I'm going to cut that off to make the strap a little smaller.
Okay.
Staple one side of the strap on the inside
Okay.
of that like slit. So then I want to try and then I'm going to slide it so part of the slit, like the part that has a little bit of strap on it, is inside a little bit. And I want to test it out with Rudy if we can hold it shut with that little strap while we're rolled up.
Okay.
So we're holding ourselves in. So when we let go,
it opens
it
and you
opens
can get
and
out.
we can slide out.
Okay, so basically you're doing like a hidden, like, opening.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That when he's in it, he can kind of make it look like it's sealed.
Yeah.
And then when he needs to, he can bloop.
Yeah.
Cool.
Staple,
I mean, mostly-
staple that slot and hold that strap on. You got it, buddy.
Yeah, yeah. Potential episode
Okay,
title.
cool. What tool proficiencies do you
Smith's tools, playing card set, and viol proficiency.
You ever try to repair a veal? Very similar.
have? Very similar
If
to
you
leather
have
working.
it, if you have it,
You will never know.
very similar.
Yeah.
All right, make a sleight of hand to see how nicely you do this. And I'm going to say Rudy can give you the help action.
Hell yeah. And also, could I get guidance, fellas?
Yeah.
I'm sorry, can you do that in character?
Could I get guidance, fellas?
Thank you.
Oh, that's a 1.
That's a 4.
All right, take that one.
Woo.
4.
or you said sleight of hand?
Sleight of hand.
29.
Oh, pristine. When he folds himself up after doing his limbering stretches to make sure he's good. His spine cracks like a little bit, and by that I mean like the paper of his like construct just kind of like crinkles a bit.
He hasn't been rolled up in a while.
He hasn't been rolled up in a while. So he rolls up, and it's like kind of there's some weird angles because he's gnarly. But you get him in there, and he is very easily able to like slip right back out, and he's just like, "Hey, crack!" Oh wait, wrong voice.
Quip. Okay. Quip, look at me. Hi. Now you see me? Now you don't. Now you see me?
Now you don't.
Now you see me?
Now you don't. That's good stuff. That's great stuff.
That was fun.
All right, so we did a thing.
Nice.
High five.
And at this point, you'll hear the soft purrs coming from one of the fluffy pillows on one of the lounge chairs. Yeah, you turn and you see Susan sitting there licking one of her paws.
Susan,
Yes.
how good to see you today.
I heard you were looking for me.
I am, Susan.
Yes.
See, we had a deal.
Quite.
And I'm still not seeing any benefit from my deal.
Has been but a day, dear Quip. And
Pretty important day, though.
yes. But
So-
nothing quite happened yesterday where I would have been useful.
You don't have to get defensive. I'm just stating a fact. What could we work together today with?
You tell me, I'm at your service.
Thank you. What can you do?
I can do a great many things.
Yeah, like, can you go places that you're not supposed to be? Can you be invisible most of the time? Can people spot you when you're invisible? You just pop up. So I don't know if that's because I can't see you because I'm not a cat, or because you can just do that.
Well,
What are the mechanics of your mystery?
I can disappear. I can reappear. I can get into most places, depending on the defenses. I can sense magic.
Wonderful.
I'm tricksy when I need to be.
All right. Well, can I ask you to do me part one of our bargain?
Yes.
Can you go and check out the Queen's Tower, the
Yes.
guarded tent in the Pike's encampment, and the main, I guess, meeting room of the clubs? We have overheard that some rooms are protected by magic, and I just want to know which ones of those are protected by magic.
Very well.
For starters. And while you're in the club's room,
Yes.
if you could look for a way to access that fireplace, meaning if you could check out the guard situation, see if you might be able to cause a distraction to get them out, something like that. That's the one room where I don't have a clear idea of how I'm going to try and attack it.
Very well.
Thank you, Susan. You've been very amenable, and this deal, I think, is going to work out for the both of us.
Indeed.
Of course, when you smile like that, I feel like it's going to end poorly for me in the end, but, like, that's more of a me thing than a you thing.
And as you are, trailing off, she fades away.
Cool. Well, I think that went well, Rude.
Yeah, I don't like her smile. It creeps me out,
Yeah,
man.
I think that's supposed to be the thing. That's kind of...
Then she's nailing it.
Yeah, she's crushing it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't like anything she says, but somehow it's always useful.
Yeah. So, when you go off for your things, do I stay here, or am I coming with you?
What things, specifically? I have so much on my docket. Like
I don't
today
know, when you
things, or
leave
like
the
when
room.
when I leave the room?
Yeah, do I just stay here all day?
Yeah, probably.
Oh, do I have to stay in the map case?
No.
Oh.
No.
Good.
You stay in here, though.
Okay.
And if anyone comes to clean the room, hide under a bed.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, okay. Okay, I can do that.
Unless you want to stay in the map case, then I can just carry you around in the map case.
Well, I mean, then I wouldn't be lonely.
Yeah, but I might need to get in the map case, you know?
Oh, I get it. Okay, I'll stay here. Don't
Yeah,
worry
we'll
about
work it out. We'll see where the night goes.
All right.
All right.
So at this point, Quip, what's your move? Are you doing anything out of this, or are you going to wait to hear back from Susan before
Oh yeah, I was
going
gonna
off.
wait. I was gonna wait to hear back from Susan before I start stumbling into magic rooms and getting murdered like Sven.
Cool.
Do we know which queen has which artifact
Yes.
specifically? Okay, cool.
Yes,
You guys do have that information.
I got that all written down.
You
That
know?
is good.
One of the only notes I've taken.
Oh, that's
Would
an
you-
important thing, though.
Should I recap it?
The
Yeah, just say 'em
clubs
out loud.
I
have
was
the
gonna say,
book.
but-
The hearts have the crown, and the pikes have the warhammer. They are hidden in clubs is hidden in a book. Crown is hidden in a painting, and the warhammer is hidden in a handkerchief, which we think might be hidden in a cake or some kind of other dessert.
All right, well, that's good to know.
Okay. Jumping back to the brunch crew. You guys finish up eating, and the queen invites you all to, head towards the gaming lawn for croquet.
Okay.
Everybody kind of gets up, starts walking their way down. You're walking through like nice walkways in the palace. And when you get there, you will notice that people are kind of getting assigned to different sections so that you'll play 4 teams to like a court, to like a game.
Right.
And there's also racks of various like mallets that you could use. So there's like an umbrella, there's a flamingo, there's a regular mallet stick, there's a walking cane, there's like a bunch of different,
Like a rake.
like just different types of like things you could use as mallets.
Sure.
That you can-
Mallets in Wonderland.
Mallets in Wonderland, exactly.
God damn it! Now is that the name of the episode?
I mean, it might be.
Damn it, Jake. Now you gotta get another one for that.
All right.
Damn it. There you go.
Oh, that was good.
That was good.
Ah.
All right. Yeah, and then there's also a assortment of various living creature balls. Not like
Go
the
on.
balls
Like a
of
hedgehog rolled
yeah,
up. Yeah.
not like the balls of creatures.
I mean, you could tell us.
Thank you
it
for
could
clarifying.
be either one.
Just
and
to
it would be
clarify.
fine.
Wonderland, I don't know.
It could be either
Exactly.
one.
Could be both.
But yeah, so like there's like hedgehogs, there's some armadillos, there's like snakes that are all like tangled up into like a ball shape.
Really big roly-polies.
Really big roly-polies. Squirrels that kind of like have tucked their tail. And you'll also see there's a table set up by the balls. Sorry. it's funny. Set up where some people are bringing their own kind of
Balls.
balls, yes, to be approved for gameplay. Make sure the regulation
Specifically their balls or balls that they have brought?
Questions.
balls that they have brought.
Okay.
I mean, it could be their balls.
I'm saying that's why I want to clarify.
Balls.
Some people balls.
Now is that the name of the episode?
Let me clarify.
It could
Balls.
just it could
Balls.
be
Let me
both.
just
Mallets
clarify.
in Wonderland. ... Balls! Exclamation mark.
You know what?
And
It's got
as
legs.
Mm-hmm. It's got balls.
so yeah, each of you can go and choose what you will for your mallet.
Okay.
Each team, I'm gonna kind of do like the mechanics rundown for y'all. So the way that the game of croquet will work is the goal of your team is to have your team's ball get through all the wickets. You get through all the wickets, huzzah, you win. While that is going on, you can either aim to go through the wickets, or you can like try to hit the wickets. They each have like an AC and they each have like an HP count.
Okay.
So if you drop them to 0, the wicket falls. And then that's one that you don't have to worry about. That is also how you win cards during this game. Is if you take out the wicket, you get those cards. Understood?
Yes.
Okay.
Mhm.
Cool. You can team up. So technically all of you guys are your own individual players because you're all individual titled people.
Mhm.
But you guys can team up together to like pool cards, because the more cards you have to form your wicket, the stronger the wicket will be.
Okay.
So if you only have one card, your wicket can each wicket can make a reaction check during the round to try to cheat and like try to have the like scoot or like stretch or do like lean, like do things to make sure the ball misses them.
Sure.
If you have 2 cards, they get advantage on that check, and they can also move up to 15 feet in a new direction.
Cool.
Each team is going to have Wicket, a poison player, the shooter, and then the ball. Those are the 4 kind of positions.
Okay.
So, the Wickets are made up of cards exclusively. So, like, Crack is technically a card. Crack can be your Wicket.
Okay.
The poison player is kind of like the sabotage player, where they're going to go around the field, and their job is to basically, like, steal people's balls and try to play keep away with them. You can attack Wickets and try to, like, bring them down faster for your team. If a ball, like a player's shot happens to pass you as the poison player, you can use your reaction to try to attack and knock it off course.
I feel like this is my calling.
Yeah, you've got a lot of action economy.
There's the shooters. So it's self-explanatory. You shoot the ball. You try to get it through the wicket.
Right.
The ball travels 30 feet no matter what, depending on whether you're trying to make a like finesse shot where you're trying to do like kind of a trick shot, or if you're just trying to like powerhouse it.
Right.
It will either be a strength or a dexterity shot.
Oh, okay. Well, maybe you'll be our shooter then,
Oh,
Stevie.
okay.
And then, oh no, that's what it was. I'm sorry. Rewind. We're gonna have fun editing this. So,
I like how you say we, like I'm not gonna have to do
yeah,
all
you're
of
gonna have to do it.
You got it.
I lied about the shooting thing. It's basically if you're attacking the wicket with your shot, like if your goal is to just knock them down, don't even try to get through them,
Cool.
then it's a strength. And if you're trying to make the shot, it's dexterity.
All right.
Okay.
Okay.
Make sense?
Yes.
Sure.
Okay, cool. And then the ball can use its action to help a shooter or attack a wicket. It does a smaller amount of damage. It's just like a little... It can also move after being shot and like finishing the shooter's turn.
Sure.
It has a movement speed that it'll do on its after that. So that's that. So your job now is you need to figure out who your poison is going to be, who your shooter is going to be, and who your
ball.
ball is going to be,
And wicket.
and your wickets.
Well, Crack he's the only card, so isn't he automatically the wicket?
Yeah.
Does he have to be? Or it has to be a card.
We
You have
could
to be a
get
card, right?
Well, and I was
Freddie
going to
in here.
say
Yeah.
Freddie technically is Alice's.
Ah.
But you guys can team up with Alice
Okay.
and have him join your kind of team for this event.
Okay.
And Alice is like, go ahead, take him. I don't want to play.
Excellent.
Hey, so I assume you guys have been telling me everything, baby.
yeah.
There are 3 events, and there are 3 things that we gotta steal. So I'm thinking maybe we try and tackle one per event.
Okay.
And if that's the case, I think for this one, I would like Korvis to help me.
Okay.
Okay.
So I was going to suggest the dormouse for the ball.
All right.
I was going to say your other option could be next to Korvis, you hear.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Squiggles could do the ball.
And you see him like tuck his tentacles in and be like, eh?
Yes, Squiggles. Yes.
Yeah.
He's
Yes,
good
all
boy.
the yes. Let's not hit the dormouse.
Yeah, you're right.
Not when we have a Squiggles.
Also,
right
it
here.
seems
we have
like
a
the
squiggles.
dormouse is engaged in another section already
Gotcha.
All right.
Yes.
as a player.
So yeah, if I could get Korvis and Nigel, if you can get me Nigel, then
Is Nigel not working?
I don't know.
Yeah,
Well, if
after
he
you
is.
guys left, you haven't seen Nigel since
Okay.
your morning meeting.
I can do it without Nigel, but if you see Nigel on your way, tell him to come.
I mean, Nigel does have one of my paper clips that could locate him if we need to.
Not necessary.
Okay.
Let's keep that in the back pocket for in case one of us gets in danger.
Okay.
Yeah. Thank you though. I appreciate that offer.
All right.
All right. So yeah, I'm going big. I'm going for the hearts first.
Going for it.
So
okay.
can you guys, if you see any of the court leave the croquet field, ping me.
Okay.
First off, I guess we should check: is all of the hearts court at the game field now?
you do see all of the Hearts Court members currently about milling. And again, this is like a pretty large area. There are a bunch of different croquet kind of sections separated from each other where various groups are heading. So across the lawn, you can kind of see them from a distance. You have at least seen them each once.
How many members of the court are there?
5.
There's 5 altogether.
Yes.
Okay.
It is 10, Jack, King, Queen, Ace. Those are the 5.
Gotcha. So we have to decide who the other roles are.
Yes,
going
you
to
guys think about that while you guys are kind of...
Mal, I think you're the poison.
I could be the
Well,
poison.
strength. So the shooter needs strength and dexterity. I have
Strength or dexterity.
You win on all accounts.
I have a
Well,
-1
okay.
strength and a +1 dexterity.
I have a 0. Okay, I have a 0 strength and a +4 dexterity.
Which
So
puts
you're
you
definitely better than me.
Okay.
I have a real fun spell called Create and Destroy Water, and I can make it rain on these other wickets.
which makes
Them weak and slow because
Okay.
they're made out of cards. I hope.
well, they don't like water.
They do not like water.
That would be a logical progression of thought.
So then we have Crack and Freddy.
Hell yeah.
Is Fish,
Fishy?
is he in the wicket line?
No, you do not see fish in your area.
All right, so we just need to win. We don't necessarily need to win a card.
You
Right.
don't even necessarily need to win. You
We
just
wanna-
need to
no,
participate.
we need to win.
Cool. Yes. Yes. Yes.
Gotta win.
Yes. I mean,
A strong desire to not lose.
I'm just excited that you're in.
Yeah.
Like you're.
That's
like,
Mal's
that
crippling
Mal's
flaw.
in. Yeah.
Is his strong desire to win everything.
Chicken.
Yeah.
Okay, so
All
you have Crack and Freddy as your wicket.
Mm-hmm.
You got Squiggles as your ball.
Yep.
Who's shooting?
I'm the shooter.
Okay, so
Yes.
Stevie's shooting and Mal is poison.
I'm poison.
Okay. Corvus is gonna...
I was just leaving,
just dipping.
just getting out.
I send Philip along with Korvis to help as the help action
Nice.
is needed.
Hell yeah.
Hell yeah. Okay. All right, so you guys scuttle off while you guys are kind of making your way to the lawn and setting yourself up, getting to your field. Quip.
Yes.
After an hour and a half or so.
Mm-hmm. Rudy and I are playing patty cake.
That sounds like something else, guys.
It's in my ears, Monica.
Now you gotta think about that always.
Hey, they're the ones clapping in your ears. So
I know.
There was a lot of talk about slots and straps. So.
And balls.
And balls.
Wow.
Just saying, Celine wrote this episode to be very sexually charged.
She
I
worked.
didn't
She
mean
worked
to.
on this episode for like a month, guys.
So long.
This is very specifically what she wanted to happen.
Yeah. I wanted to talk about balls for an hour.
I mean, you do
If we
you.
weren't here, her and I would be doing that in the apartment anyway.
Facts.
go hard or go
Okay.
home, right?
I think I quit the podcast.
Well, we still need your basement, so.
You can have it.
Quip.
Yes.
You guys are playing patty cake.
Yeah.
And you feel a gentle weight kind of descend upon around your neck. And you hear the...
I will scritch Susan on the top of the head.
And then you hear...
Wonder what that noise is. Oh, that's it. Found
and you see a hairball, and Susan kind of like, not jumps off of you, but like slithers down your body to the ground.
it. Weird, but okay.
Kind of paws at a hairball
Yeah,
until
yeah.
it opens up,
Uh-huh.
and then picks something up in her teeth and kind of floats back up right in front of you.
Hello.
And you see in her mouth a golden ring.
Okay. Oh, I take the ring out of her mouth. Thank you. What does this do?
That is your key.
Are we being metaphorical?
No.
Okay, thank you.
The tent
Mm-hmm.
is guarded by 2 sentries outside
Mm-hmm.
who patrol around. I did not detect any magical protections.
Thank you.
I do not know what is inside.
Thank you.
The tower,
Mm-hmm. I'm gonna put this ring down.
the court, is located in the center of a private courtyard.
The tower?
Yes.
Okay.
Its entrance is in the Queen's chambers.
Okay.
The courtyard is watched
Yes.
by soldiers patrolling the perimeter. The club's quarters. There is a magical alarm around the fireplace. I'm afraid I don't know how to disable it.
Okay.
Once activated, I assume it would alert club's guards to come and check the room. You probably would have a window depending on how far those guards are. A small window of opportunity of time to get what you need and to get out.
Thank you.
The ring.
Yes.
Each of the royalties' chambers is protected by a creature on the door.
On the door.
Yes. It will be active unless you are the occupants of that room,
I am not.
or you have one of the heart's passkeys.
And she eyes the ring.
Oh, the ring is the key. Got it. Already forgotten.
That is what I have discovered.
Susan, this has been delightful. Thank you so much for your help. This might be it. I might not need anything else. But if I do, how do I just like throw out Susan vibes and then you show up? If I yell your name, do you hear it?
Yes.
You just call out her name.
Simply summon, and I'll know.
Cool. Yo, I also, like, for effect,
Yeah.
I might call you Marie. So if you hear
she,
me yell
like-
Marie, that means you.
And she like gives a little like cat shake, big stretch, like
A name I have not adorned for many years. I will happily take it up once more.
Thank you. All right, cool. Do you do high fives?
she lifts a little paw.
I high five her little paw.
And she like
Oh. Wow, you're really good at that. All right, cool. Thanks. I'm gonna go steal some shit.
Very well.
Yeah.
Good luck.
Keep an eye out for me, because if I die, then I can't help you.
I'll be watching.
I didn't like how you said it, but I'm appreciating that you said it.
and she just like sinks into the floor.
Cool. Hell yeah. This works out kind of perfectly. I think I might know how to do this. Hell yeah. So yeah, I wait for Korvis.
Cool.
Show up.
All right, Korvis pitter patters, and you guys head off on your mission.
Yup.
Malice in Wonderland stars Jake DiBlasi, Sean Dougherty, Monica Galarza, Ted Sikora, and Celine Trella. Theme song by Ryan Logan, score by Jake DiBlasi, Rafael Miranda, Justyn Trella, and Kevin O'Leary. Edited by Sean Dougherty, audio produced by Celine Trella. You can follow us on Instagram at Legends Rerolled or on Facebook at facebook.com/legendsrerolled. Like, subscribe, follow, and be sure to pay your artists.
And we watched a lady pick her butt for 4 hours.
All right. It took 4 hours? Jesus.
Well, I don't know if it took 4 hours. Maybe she was just enjoying it. You know, just like gently rubbing the top of your butt crack. Maybe that's her thing.
Maybe. Could be.
Maybe that's how she makes her money. That's on Mike, isn't it?
Yeah.
God.
So, jumping right back in.